Hello everyone, my name is Nurul Aziza and today I would like to presentation about the double entry bookkeeping system in accounting. In this presentation, I will explain what double entry bookkeeping is, its basic concept, debit and credit rules, the principle, the recording process, some transaction example, and finally its advantages and disadvantages. So let's begin. First, let's understand what double entry bookkeeping means. Double entry bookkeeping is an accounting system where every financial transaction affects at least two accounts. Each transaction is recorded using equal debit and credit amount, so the accounting record always remains balanced. This system is considered the foundation of modern accounting because it helps business produce accurate and reliable financial statements. In simple words, every transaction has two sides. One account receives value while another account gives value. Now, let's move on the basic concept. There are four important concepts. First, every transaction affects at least two accounts. For example, if a company buys equipment using cash, the equipment account increase while the cash account decrease. Second, every transaction has a debit and a credit. This means that every journal entry must contain both sides. Third, the total debit must always equal the total credit. This is most important rule because it's keeping the accounting record balance. Finally, the double entry system maintains the accounting equation. Asset equal liability plus equity. As long as this equation remains balanced, the company financial records are considered correct. Next, I will explain the debit and credit rules. In accounting, debit and credit do not always mean increase and decrease. When there an accounting increase or decrease depends on the type of account. Here are the basic rules. Asset increase with debit and decrease with credit. Liabilities increase with credit and decrease with debit. Equity increase with credit and decrease with debit. Revenue increase with credit and decrease with debit. Expense increase with debit and decrease with credit. Understanding the rule is essential because they help accountants record transactions correctly. Now, let's discuss the principle of double entry bookkeeping. There are four main principles. First, every transaction is recorded twice, once as debit and once as credit. Second, it maintains the accounting equation ensuring that the balance between assets, liabilities, and equity is always correct. Third, it supports the preparation of financial statements such as the balance sheet and income statement. Finally, it reduces recording error because every transaction must balance. The principle makes accounting information more reliable and easily to verify. Next, I will explain the recording step. There are 5 steps in recording transaction. Step 1. Identification the transaction. This means understanding what happened in the business. Step 2. Determine the affected account. We identification which account increase or decrease. Step 3. Indicate which account should be debited and credited. This step follow the debit and credit rule. Step 4. Record the transaction in the journal. The journal is the first place where transactions are recorded. Step 5. Post the journal entries to the ledger. The ledger organizes transactions by account and is later used to prepare financial statements. Now, let's look at some examples. Example 1. The owner invests 100 million rupiah in cash as the initial capital. In this transaction, cash increased so is debited. Owner capital increased, so it is credited. The journal entry is debit cash 100 million rupiah and credit owner capital 100 million rupiah. In example 2, the company purchased equipment worth 20 million rupiah using cash. In this case, equipment increased, so is debited, cash decreases, so is credited. The journal entry is debit equipment 20 million rupiah and credit cash 20 million rupiah. Notice that the total debit and credit remain equal. Now let's continue with two more examples. Example 3, the company purchased office supplies on credit for 10 million rupiah because the suppliers are purchased on credit. Office supplies increased, so they are debited. Account payable also increased, so they are credited. Journal entry, debit office supplies is 10 million rupiah. Credit account payable is 10 million rupiah. And example 4, the company earns 50 million rupiah in cash from providing service. In this transaction, cash increased, so is debited. Service revenue increased, so is credited. Journal entry, debit cash is 50 million rupiah. Credit service revenue is 50 million rupiah. This example shows how every transaction always affects two accounts while keeping the account equal balance. Next, let's discuss the advantages and disadvantages of the double entry bookkeeping system. Advantages: this system improves accuracy and to help detect error more easily, and 3, produces reliable financial statement, and 4, support better business thinking and making, and finally, and is widely used around the world. And disadvantages: owner is also has some limitation. Is more complex than the single entry system. It requires accounting knowledge and careful recording. In addition, recording every transaction can take more time. Even though the advantages are much greater, which is why this system is used by almost all business today. That brings me to the end of my presentation. To conclude, the double entry bookkeeping system is one of the most important concepts in accounting because it ensures that every transaction is recorded accurately and the accounting equation always remains balanced. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next time.